we that have been here for decades, we've seen the progression. We've seen the Kiara Shears. We've seen the Jonathan McReynolds. We've seen all of you all coming on the scene. And it's like, we can rest. We can sit back and we can literally say, we left it in good hands. Because the thing I've always been concerned about is that it not be seen as some kind of entertainment solely, but that the globe that opens up would be seen as souls that we are called to reach. Wow. I remember the first time I went to the Ukraine, I'm saying, well, I know no Ukrainian. And I sat down with some of the ministries there, and they taught me, and I'm saying, and God gave it to me like that. And then it gave me another song. And each country I went to, God would give me the ability to absorb how to say what I'm saying, even in their dialect. And my only concern was that, God, now that this has been established, what do we do? And God had to tell me, they're coming up behind you. And when it's time for you to move off the stage, trust that it'll be put in the hands of people who will do this and much more. And that's who you are. You're one of the ones that are doing this and much more, with the humility and a balance, with a strong family, with a strong ministry. You've got like the total package to me. And when you talk about you being on the Zoom with me, I'm sitting there saying, this is the genuine God. This is the way that it was supposed to have been done in the first place.
Man, whoa. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I remember watching, even in college, I tell my church about this often. I remember watching, TBN, which back then was, it was a lifeline for Christianity.
Yes.
And I would watch you, and I would watch Benny Hinn, and I would watch Bishop T.D. Jakes and Jensen Franklin and all of these, Eddie Long. I mean, all of these giants. I remember, and I would watch them and I always felt, even in college, I'm an 18, 19-year-old, but I always felt like this, and I'm going to be there one day. And it was the wildest, craziest dream. But even watching you minister in different languages, I was like, man, okay, I barely speak English good. I got to speak some with English. So, but God, I want that grace to be able to pick up on it. And supernaturally, it is a grace. It really is. Supernaturally, it's given the ability to kind of catch on quickly. And it's for ministry, It ain't for us to just look cool and look what I can do, but for the ability to connect with those people on a personal level. And so, man, I'm telling you, I'm thrilled, man. I'm having the time of my life. I think perspective is everything. This year has been rough, but I think it's only as rough as we allow the narration of culture to get in our spirit. For me, man, his joy is still our strength. If Paul could be standing in a prison with chains on and, and standing there and saying, rejoice in the Lord always. If James could be, persecuted and say, count it all joy. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I can't read the New Testament and give myself a pass of wallowing in, what CNN or Fox has to say about the times. God is still God, the same yesterday, today, and forever. Still being empathetic with what's happening, still being sensitive, but not allowing that. I think if we're not careful, we can allow the theme and the anthem of the world to really, we could succumb to that and be arrested by that, when the Bible tells us, 2 Corinthians, to arrest any idea, any thought, any imagination that try to exalt itself against the knowledge of God. Passion Translation, it literally said, bring it as a prisoner of war. And so for me, that's where I am, man. And people are looking like, how are you still smiling? I'm like, because he's still God. And and that's where I've been, man. That's where my family has been. I hate the disaster of COVID, but I'm appreciative of what it's done for my pace, man. It's the most I've still in months,
Yes.
Well, in years. I've never in my life been this still. Let me just put that out, ever in my life. So it's been great to just love on my family, to make the main thing, and to reprioritize.